Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about and trying out the MAMEN 50-channel wireless microphone system. Now, as always, like all of my microphone videos, I will be using the actual microphone I'm reviewing for the entire video. That way you guys can hear the actual sound from the mic instead of just short cuts and demos of the microphone system. Now, with that said, unlike a lot of the other microphone systems that I've done reviews of, the MAMEN system is a more traditional style receiver transmitter based system like you would see out there in more of a professional setting. Now, this specific system comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. That way you can do interview style recording. You can have it on 2 people at once. It gives you a lot more versatility since it does have that second transmitter, which is something that doesn't seem as common nowadays. I've seen more and more of these that only come with 1 receiver, 1 transmitter, and you end up having to purchase your second transmitter, or in some cases, you can't even use a second transmitter at all without purchasing a whole different set and running some form of splitter system. With the MAMEN system, you do not have to do any of that. Natively out of the box, you're going to be able to run your 2 transmitters and get to work. Now, this unit comes with a ton of different stuff, and I'm going to transition over to a quick unboxing. That way you can see everything that comes in the package. You're essentially going to get your 2 microphone cables, your charging cables, your 2 transmitters, your receivers, the clips for all 3 units. You're going to get an XLR to 3.5 meter jack. That way you can plug it into an external recorder like a Zoom microphone or something of that nature if you want to do your recording directly into a secondary device and not into your camera. You're going to get the travel case that it comes in, which is an extremely nice travel case. Everything fits nicely into the case. And then you're going to get 2 little dead cat filters that fit right onto the lavalier microphones. And they're probably 2 of the smallest dead cat filters that I have ever seen. Essentially, the only thing you're going to need to get this up and going is some AA batteries. Now, you can also power these off of USB power bricks. There are micro USB plugs on the side of these units. That way, if you want to make these things last quite a bit longer than the AA's normally do, you can rig these up with portable power banks on your Talent and then on your camera system. That way you get hours and hours of recording with these units and not have to worry about the batteries running dead. Now, some of the features of this MAMEN system is that you can either record in mono or stereo. You've got 50 different channels that you can run through in these microphones. That way you can make sure that if you're anywhere where there might be interference, you can get on the proper channel. That way you get the best audio at all times. Now, an additional cool feature with this MAMEN set is that the actual receiver has an input. That way you can put headphones in and monitor in real time what you're recording. That way you can hear the audio levels, make sure everything's in tune with what you need it to be. Now, this kit runs about $180, and it seems to try to tie in a lot of pro features for a lower than average price. That way you have more versatility from some of the more expensive sets without having to spend a lot of money early on. The cable they provided with this set can work in your DSLR camera, but it also works with smartphones. So if you want to do vlogging with your phone, anything of that nature, you can plug this system in and use the audio for it. If you're using an iPhone, you will have to use the 3.5 to lightning jack. That's something pretty standard on most of the newer iPhones that you have to use when they don't have the headphone port. The build quality on this unit is extremely good for the price. I was expecting a cheaper plastic feel to these. I have tested some cheap microphones in the past that are of this type, and they were much lighter weight, much cheaper feeling in the hand, and the receivers and the transmitter of this set have a nice textured feel. They are plastic, but they're a thicker than average plastic, so they don't feel cheap. The only part of the system that feels a little bit cheaper than average is the battery compartment that comes out that you put your batteries into. They do feel like thinner 3D printed plastic, but more so than anything, they're just guides for the batteries. So they're not meant to do but so much. So as long as you're careful when you have them out not to bend them or anything like that, they should be fine. Essentially, they're just going to hold the batteries, slide back into place, and clip in. And that's all you're ever going to use them for. Now, there's going to be a link to this item down in the description below, as always. And if you have any comments or thoughts on this product, please let me know down in the comments section below. As always, I try to answer as many comments as possible. Now, as always, if you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as it helps the channel greatly. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. That way you guys can get alerts anytime I put out new computer-related, camera gear-related videos on the channel. Now, that's going to wrap this review up. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.